My name is Dayann Pazmino. I was born in Quito, Ecuador. Oh God. Okay, so when I was 4 years old, my parents paid a family to legally bring me from Mexico to the U.S. I barely remember this act. They did it because they thought it would provide a better future for me and my brother. In 2014, me and my brother became eligible for DACA status and allowed us to basically have a normal life. Fast forward to 2017 when Trump got elected and my world came crashing down when DACA was at risk for removal. Since this, my mental and physical strength has deteriorated. Oh God, so I want to write this. And it is difficult for me to function without having anxiety attacks about the future, of what the future holds for me. I struggle to think about being deported or not being able to work. Okay, this is my state of farewells. So all that have suffered under this administration, I identify with you. In this presentation, I show you how I attempt to overcome my emotions on these issues. In this performance, if you ever feel uncomfortable, take space you need. Meditate on a mat. Take some herbal medicine. Paint on my canvas. Yell, punch, scream, until he is finally out of your system and conscious.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running for President of the United States, for President, and we are going to make our country great again. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're bringing rapists.
Who's number one with Hispanics? Trump.
Yes, you told us
Trump.
that earlier.
I love the Mexican people and their spirit, but the country of Mexico is killing us. I want to build a wall. I'm going to build a wall. I want to build the wall. We need the wall.
And Mexico will pay for the wall.
But we have some bad hombres here, and we're going to get them out.
Wow, that's a lot of press. Look.
What were you talking about in your tweet about going back to their
During a search
I didn't mention
he
that.
falls to the
And,
floor next to the cell
I didn't
door.
do that,
He
but I
then
will tell
manages to
you,
drag himself
with our
to the
country,
toilet
and I think
before
everybody in this
collapsing again.
audience,
The video, which
these are
Border
great
Patrol indicates local
manufacturers,
police investigating
great
Vasquez's
workers in our
death
audience,
goes
too. They've got
black
a lot of their
over the
workers
next
here.
4 hours. During the
If
gap,
you're not
records
happy
show an
here,
agent-logged
then you
welfare
can leave.
checks.
As
But
far
when
as
the
I'm
video
concerned,
returns,
if you hate
Vasquez's
our
cellmate
country,
wakes to find him
If
dead.
you're not happy
and
here,
alerts the
you
guards.
can leave. And that's what I say all the time.
Now, the
That's what I
Department of
said in
Homeland
the
Security
tweet, which I
says
guess
it's
some
reviewing
people
all
think is
aspects of
controversial.
the
A lot
case.
of
There
people
are
love
so
it, by the
many
way.
questions,
A lot of
namely,
people love it.
why was the
But if
advice
you're
of
not
that nurse
happy
ignored? Why
in
was
the
there a
US,
4-hour
if you're
gap
complaining all
in the
the time,
video? And if
very
those
simply,
border
you can
agents
leave. You
did
can leave
conduct
right
those
now.
welfare checks, like
Come
they
back if
said,
you want.
did they
Don't
see
come back.
Vasquez
It's okay
lying on
too.
the floor, dying?
If you're not
and
happy,
nothing
you
about
can
it?
leave.
A week
Like
after crossing
All right, a lot of questions.
Hi everyone, Joe Stephen Officer. Thanks for checking out babies.
Well,
His
that's just a
fever
very racist statement.
degrees.
Somebody
He was
would say
supposed to be
that.
checked again
So
2 hours
people
ago.
are
Then
saying
make an
that.
emergency run if his condition
Let me tell you,
worsens.
that's a very
Vasquez is
racist,
taken to
that's a
a
very
quarantine
racist statement. I'm
facility. He and
surprised.
his cellmate last night, seen here sleeping on cement slabs with those space blankets over the bed. For nearly 30 minutes, the cell block camera captures Vasquez writhing
Watching
in
them, all they do
pain,
is
wearing a
complain.
surgical
So all I'm
mask.
saying is,
Falls
if
to the
they want to
floor
leave, they
next to
can
the cell
leave, Joe.
door.
They
He
can
then
leave.
manages to drag himself
I
to
mean,
the
I look
toilet
at the one,
before
I look
collapsing
at
again.
Omar, I
The
don't know,
video,
I
which
never
Border
met him.
Patrol later gave
I
to
hear the
local
way she
police
talks about
investigating
Al-Qaeda.
Vasquez's death goes
Al-Qaeda's
black
killed
for
many
the next
Americans. She said you can hold your chest out. You can, when I think of America, when I think of Al-Qaeda, when she talked about the World Trade Center being knocked down, some people, you remember the famous some people? These are people that, in my opinion, hate our country. Now, you can say what you want, but give a list of variable statements they've made. And what I'm saying is, they're not happy here. They can leave, and you know what? I'm sure that there'll be many people that won't miss them. But they have to love our country. They're Congress people, and I never used any names.
Are you
But these are
okay
people,
with
quiet.
Mr. President?
Quiet.
Are you okay
Quiet.
in your tweets are racist, sir.
Quiet. These are people that if they want, they can leave.
Impact segment tonight: how to solve the illegal immigration mess. On the website DonaldJTrump.com, the presidential contender has posted his immigration plan. It contains a number of very controversial things that have caused much debate. Donald Trump rejoins us now from his headquarters in New York City. Now, I have a very specific question. I need a specific answer. We all know you want the wall. We all know you want Mexico to pay for it. We all know that. So here's a scenario, okay? Illegal immigrant mother and father living in Los Angeles. Two children who are American citizens born here. If you're president, do you order authorities to take that family into custody?
We have no choice. I'm sorry, Bill. We have to bring them out, and if they're wonderful people, which I'm sure they will be, and we have so many wonderful people, we'll bring them back in an expedited fashion. But we are a land of laws. We have borders. You said it, they're illegal immigrants. They're not supposed to be here. Mexico won't take them. You know, Mexico is the toughest there is almost in the world in terms of getting people to come in. They can't come in. You can't become a citizen of Mexico. They laugh at us. They can't believe the stupidity of the United States. We have no choice. And we'll bring them back if they've done a good job. We bring them back, Bill. Okay, if they've done a good job, we bring them back.
I got the theory, all right? Two American citizen kids, all right? You got two illegal alien parents. They're living in a house, a little house in the east side of Los Angeles. All of a sudden, ICE agents show up, all right, knock on the door and say, you have to come with us, put him in a van, bring him to a detention center. You're willing to do that?
As to whether or not they're
Bill, I don't want to do it. I have a bigger heart than anybody running, but we have a country that's totally out of control. We have no laws anymore. We have no order. We don't even know how many people are in here illegally. We have to get a process started. And if you remember, Bill, let me just tell you something. You're asking me about illegal immigration. If it weren't for me, this whole session, there's all of these people that you're interviewing every night, they wouldn't even be talking about illegal immigration. It's a huge problem in this country. And I took a lot of heat for it, and Bill, I took a lot of heat for it, especially the first 2 weeks, and now everybody said you had Kate, beautiful Kate, just killed by this person that's disgusting, that came here 5 times, and probably was pushed over the border 5 times. You have Jamil, you have so many, you have hundreds. The woman the other night, you remember, in Los Angeles, she was raped, sodomized, tortured, and killed. A veteran, 66-year-old woman by an illegal immigrant. We have no choice. And by the way,
I just think there might be a better way to do it.
I have to finish. No, Bill, I have to finish. Faster. We have no choice. You know, the gangs that you're talking about in Baltimore and in Chicago and in Ferguson and all this stuff, you know, many of those gangs are illegal immigrants. These are tough dudes. They would be, if I'm elected, they're going to be out of there day one. We're going to get them the hell out of our country. They shouldn't be here in the first place.
It's the other people with the American citizen kids. Now, Jeb Bush, probably the one that's running closest to you in most of the polls, was on the southern border today and said this.
These are people that hate our
Mr. Trump's plans are not grounded in conservative principle. The simple fact is that his proposal is unrealistic. It will cost hundreds of billions of dollars. It will violate people's civil liberties. It will create friction with our third largest trading partner that's not necessary. And I think he's wrong about this.
And you say?
Well, he talks about civil liberties. We have illegal people that came in illegally. You tell me about civil liberties. We have to get them out. And some of these people are causing tremendous problems. All you have to do is look at the crime wave, number one. As far as Mexico being our third largest part, they are making a fortune. We're not making anything. Mexico's making a fortune because their leaders are smarter. They know what they're doing. Our people are grossly incompetent. Nabisco is now moving to Mexico. Ford is building a massive automobile. They know what they're doing. Our people are grossly incompetent. Nabisco is now moving to Mexico. Ford is building a massive automobile plant in Mexico. They took a plant from Tennessee. It's going into Mexico. We're getting killed. So he can talk about, look, Jeb Bush is a nice person. He doesn't have the energy or the capacity to
understand you 100%. And you do need the wall. The wall is very important, and I think even you agree with the wall.
I think you're right about the wall. I think you're wrong about the mass deportations and going into families. I think they have to be held accountable. And I think they have to be registered and they have to go through the process. But I can't possibly see how the courts, the federal courts, are going to allow federal agents to kick off.
And they'll come back in and they'll be legal and people will be happy and we'll have a country again. Right now we have no border. We have people illegally in this country all over the place. Nobody even knows how many. And we have to make our country strong and smart again, Bill, because what's happening to this country is very sad and we're
And people will be happy and we'll have a country again. Right now we have no border. We have people illegally in this country all over the place. Nobody even knows how many. And we have to make our country strong and smart again, Bill, because what's happening to this country is very sad and we're laughing stock all over the world. Remember that.
All right, Donald. Always interesting to talk with you, and we appreciate your time very much today.
More than 700,000 immigrants are protected by the Obama-era Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, known as DACA. But in 2017, Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced the Trump administration will be ending the program, putting those young undocumented.
What would the program's potential termination mean for you?
Well, I have a daughter now, so it would separate me from my family or perhaps not allow me to do the best that I could just because I would have fear of deportation. That's the main thing.
If you had the rare opportunity to stand before the 9 justices and argue your case in front of them, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that I am just a human being who is facing
Two who are named as plaintiffs in the litigation.
What would the program's potential termination mean for you?
Well, I have a daughter now, so it would separate me from my family or perhaps not allow me to do the best that I could just because I would have fear of deportation. That's the main thing.
If you have
I have built everything that I know. To put me at risk to go back to a place that I don't know that isn't home, it's just not right.
And how does it feel to have your name on such a big legal case?
I think it's very inspiring because that was the only way that I had to fight for my community, for my immigrant community, but most importantly for my family. I have 2 children that were born here, and they are the main.
After the administration decided to DACA in the fall of 2017, there was a flurry of legal challenges to halt it. Do you consider yourself American?
I am. I do consider myself American in every single way of a paper.
And Camilo Montoya Galvez joins me now from Washington. Hi, Camilo. Tell us more about these cases and why the Supreme Court agreed to hear them.
Right, so good afternoon, Tommy. So after the administration decided to end DACA in the fall of 2017, there was a flurry of legal challenges to halt even companies like Microsoft sued the administration, and soon after the decision to end the program was held up in court. Several lower courts issued nationwide injunctions that have, up until now, kept the Obama-era program alive. Last year, the administration asked the Supreme Court to take up the case, and after months of litigation, the court finally here tomorrow. Arguments from both sides to much more decided that there will allow the administration to end these key protections from deportation for hundreds of thousands of young undocumented immigrants who came to the U.S. as children.
So, of course, one of the arguments for DACA or in favor of the Dreamer system is they came to this country as children under conditions they couldn't control. So,
1,000 immigrants in this program, the end of DACA would have very steep consequences, as the Dreamers we spoke to yesterday said. This group of immigrants will no longer have protections from deportation. They will lose their work permits, their driver's licenses, social security numbers, things that, Tanya, we might take for granted, but that are essential, really, to make a living and to be successful here in the U.S. And studies have shown that the end of DACA would also contract the U.S. economy, and that's partly why we've seen so many big-name companies like Apple and Microsoft all who employ Dreamers asked the court to keep the program alive. And that's also exactly why those who want the program to continue are making their case, regardless of the emotional and human consequences of exposing these immigrants to potential deportation. They don't believe it is sound policy to expel young people who have studied here, who are contributing to the economy, and like I said before, who are by every definition on paper productive members of society.
Right, and Camilla, didn't polls reveal as much that most Americans, despite how hardline they are on immigration in general, seem to have some sympathy for these young people who were brought here by no fault of their own.
Yeah, advocacy for immigrants, I understand that immigration and polls at the polls really that many Republicans, are more compassionate when it comes to this group of immigrants. They know that many of these people, the vast majority actually, have no ties to other countries other than the U.S., that they grew up here, that most of them speak fluent English, they came here when they were little through no fault of their own, of course, and that they're contributing to the economy, so there's an economic factor at play here as well.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Records show
Well, that's just a very racist statement. Somebody that would say that. So, Speaker Pelosi said, "Make America white." Let me tell you, that's a very racist. That's a very racist. Watching them, all they do is complain. So all I'm saying is, if they want to leave, they can leave, Jim. They can leave.
Thank you so much.
I mean, I look at the one. I look at I hear the way she talks to.
The simple fact is that his proposal is unrealistic. It will cost hundreds of billions of dollars. It will violate people's civil liberties. It will create friction with our third largest trading partner that's not necessary. And I think he's wrong about this.
And you say.